A very good afternoon. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has recently made a candid admission about the country's economic challenges during a speech to leading exporters in Islamabad. He noted that Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves have nearly doubled in recent times, though this figure includes borrowings from allied nations and other sources. He described how seeking such financial assistance internationally has been deeply humbling and difficult for the nation's leadership. Sharif expressed that he and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir feel a strong sense of embarrassment and loss of dignity when they have to approach other countries for funds. He highlighted that relying on loans places a heavy strain on national pride, often forcing compromises and making it hard to refuse certain conditions or requests from lenders. Now, this frank acknowledgement underscores the ongoing pressures Pakistan faces in managing its economy and stabilizing its finances amid repeated needs for external support. Remember that this comes after a former Pakistani Commerce Minister issued a stark warning regarding the recently signed India-EU Free Trade Agreement, describing it as a major threat to Pakistan's economy, noting that the FTA costed Pakistan over 10 million jobs. Let's listen in to Shehbaz Sharif's comments first. All right, we'll play that statement for you, but let me go across to Dr. Sharat Kohli, Senior Economist, who is joining us on the line. Let's play that bite across first.
जहाँ पर मैंने बिल्कुल ठोस हक़ाइक़ आपकी खिदमत में अर्ज़ किए हैं, कुछ तल्ख़ हक़ाइक़ भी आपकी खिदमत में अर्ज़ करना चाहता हूँ। और माइंड ना कीजिएगा कि हम एक लाइक वी आर सिटिंग लाइक ए फैमिली हियर, और हमें बिल्कुल एक साफ़ बात हमें एक दूसरे के साथ करनी चाहिए। इस वक्त सूरत हाल ये है कि तीसरा इशारिया मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे जो रिज़र्व्स हैं फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के, वो उस वक्त से अगर आप उसका मुकाबला करें तो ऑलमोस्ट डबल हो चुके हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। लेकिन इसमें दोस्त ममालिक के कर्ज़े शामिल हैं, और मैं आपको किस तरह ये बात बताऊं कि किस तरीके से हमने उन दोस्त ममालिक को जाकर कर्ज़े लेने के लिए उनके दरख्वास्तें दी, और उन दोस्त ममालिक ने हमें मायूस नहीं किया। लेकिन आप जानते हैं कि जो कर्ज लेने जाता है उसका सर।
Joining us on the broadcast is Dr. Sharat Kohli, Senior Economist. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. A very good afternoon to you. So, when we look at Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif is saying that their foreign exchange reserves has doubled since the last time he spoke to traders about it. But at what cost, sir? He was in fact talking about the loans that he has to take from his other brotherly nations, and this also comes at a time when we have the foreign minister saying that the India-EU FTA has hurt Pakistan's economy.
Good afternoon, Vishali, to you and NewsX viewers. Absolutely, I think people should know that Forex reserves have doubled only because they have been borrowing recklessly. So if your Forex doubles because of a loan taken, I think that's a very shameful statement to whichever gathering Mr. Shehbaz Sharif was speaking. He should have also informed that the reason why they have doubled because there must have been another tranche of loan which Pakistan is solely surviving on borrowed money. It is just tossing over the hats, so it borrows one, repays the other, borrows another, repays the other, and that too it is never able to repay the full amount, so the cumulative debt keeps piling up. It's, to me, if you ask me, this is a failed economy because it is simply surviving on borrowed money. It has had about 14 to 15, bailouts from IMF and World Bank, and because of the American dominance in World Bank and IMF, it has been regularly getting bailouts, and because of strategic location, those countries, which are helping Pakistan in getting these bailouts from IMF, they have their vested interest either because of the strategic location And of course, its old friend China, which has now started pulling out also, but has been helping it on and off. Then we have Saudi Arabia, Turkey. These are the countries which have been to which Pakistan goes with a begging bowl. And I think every time it goes begging, it does manage to get something because on various grounds. Otherwise, India, EU, FTA, that will take away the balance of exports that Pakistan was doing. Or shall I say, whatever little exports that Pakistan was doing to European Union, because Indian goods now will become much more competitive and they'll be cheaper than Pakistan. So obviously there is fear that Pakistani goods may no more be wanted in those European countries, especially I'm referring to France, Germany, Belgium, Poland, these are the countries where Italy, where Pakistan have been sending some textile and other related items, some leather items as well, and they will not be in demand anymore because they will fail to meet the price which Indians will be providing, Indian exporters will be providing. So I think all in all, Pakistan, despite boasting of its, which is very hollow, ends up admitting so many times that we go with a begging bowl here and there. Our forex reserves have doubled, and Shehbaz Sharif's government is trying to boast itself that it has brought the economy to probably to a next pedestal. But fact of the matter is that they do go to eat biryani in White House, but then they are slapped with a visa ban in return. So even pestering and buttering President Trump doesn't really help. All in all, if you ask me, all the economic parameters, Vaishali, in Pakistan are unfavorable. Inflation is super high. Their forex reserve, even though Shehbaz Sharif's forex reserves are good, but they are not good. By no means it's enough to survive Pakistan for a long time. It will again have to go and borrow. There is no employment generation. There is no investment coming in Pakistan. None of Pakistani stock markets or financial markets are on the global map, unlike India. It is no match. It is smaller than the state of Uttar Pradesh as far as the population is concerned, and much smaller in terms of the GSDP of Uttar Pradesh. So I think Pakistan doesn't match anywhere, and it keeps comparing itself to India. And at the same time, there's a lot of envy for India. They end up praising India also at times. But it is a failed economy, if you ask me in 2 words, Vaishali.
Right. Dr. Kohli, if I can request you to please stay on with us. Also joining us on the broadcast is Major General A.K. Sivach, defense expert. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. A very good afternoon to you. Sir, this is the first frank admission that we are seeing from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, stating that they have to go with their heads bowed, they have to agree to conditions that they do not want to when they are looking at loans in order to get their foreign exchange reserves or their economy run.
No, Shivan, but that the Pakistan is 28 times the loan from IMF, and IMF actually is only giving loan under the US, because now US all certain start found that Pakistan is strategically important. They are now trying to do a business with Donald Trump cryptocurrency, and also ready to give critical minerals to Pakistan, and like to even give on lease a partly. So the point today is that in this time of loan, it is also not up money which is given. They have to pay back the loan back. Now the issue is coming in Pakistan to the debt is more than $100 billion, and maximum debt is China. Now the point is the economy is not doing that. Their foreign force is increased slightly. About the dollar cannot look after more than what their imports. The exports are decreasing. In fact, what Dr. was saying, that which was slightly functional is also now becoming due to power shortage, and their imports are increasing. The value of Pakistan has fallen down 77% in the last 2 years. It is now about 6 rupees equivalent to $1. So overall, you should see the economic condition of Pakistan extremely bad. It is a saying in Pakistan, you take a loan to repay the old loan. So there is no generation of inflation is very high, it is double figure. In fact, the food inflation is almost as much as 40%. And the point which is there is a political crisis, the economic stability, also the terrorism and import. Now the problem, Pakistan should be put in a grey list by financial task force for money laundering. But why it doesn't happen that the US does not want? So overall, what the present condition is, Pakistan economic crisis extremely bad. They are only much low. They take loan from one country, they repay by taking from other countries. Now they are surprised. And their GDP growth is hardly about 15%, and it's so very high. The biggest problem with Pakistan is that the tax you can see for it's very shallow. They are hardly pay the tax. Of course, the fees they are giving, it's not getting that. So the overall Pakistan is in a condition where they can shift. And in case if the civil war takes place in Pakistan, there are chances of Pakistan breaking more fast. The reason is political issue, economic crisis, increasing manifold. And if that happens, it will be a four-part Khyber Pakistan, Sindh, POJK, Pakistan, which are right part of India, legally occupied, and will come back. Now this is the right Pakistan and as on Pakistan as other states.
General Shehbaz, if I can request you to please stay on with us. Let me in fact go across to Dr. Kohli once again to understand how Pakistan actually wants to revive this economy, because all right, I believe we've lost the connection over there with Dr. Kohli, but I'll come across to you, General Shehbaz, on this. So we have been seeing that Pakistan is also on one hand, eyeing all the trade that India is able to get. India is on a spree of signing FTAs. They signed the biggest mother of all deals, the EU FTA with India, and Pakistan's foreign minister said that this will also affect the Pakistan economy. They might just lose 10 million jobs.
The point is the trade with India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, that is something very common. Textile industry is important for all these three countries. You remember Bangladesh was enjoying it, that it does not have to pay any tariff because it's the least developed country. And that's why the Bangladesh government was cheaper in the Europe market. And same way Pakistan was also enjoying because the tariff is only about 90%, our tariff for both. In any way, after having signed a free trade agreement with European Union, that is a mother of all deals, now it is no tariff. Your textile will become very, very competent and our quality is far better. So Pakistan will lose out, and in fact not only Pakistan, now Bangladesh will also lose out, because our textile industry is far, far greater developed than these countries, and now with almost 0% of tariff, you will find it our textile industry going well. So overall, what is the problem with Pakistan is that their industry size is very small, and it is not doing extremely well because there is a power shortage and also law and order problem. The fresh investment are not coming. People are very hesitant to invest in Pakistan, and the exports are almost becoming nil. Imports are increasing manifold, and that's how they keep on taking loan after loan. Now all this loan accumulating to debt, which they have to pay in time to come, which they don't have money. So the point is they are taking loan just to pay back the previous loan. And the way situation is now going, the inflation is going higher day by day, and also that the rupee is losing out compared to dollar. So your imports become costlier. And your exports are not becoming competitive because they don't stand anywhere, and especially compared to India in terms of textile. So overall, it looks like that Pakistan is in a big problem, and Pakistan will able to only come out unless they make a drastic change in their economic policy. Remember what happened to us in 1991? That is the time when we taken a decision and we opened our economy. We went for privatization. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the architect of that. But the Pakistan had never learned that lesson, and their economy is very shallow and the base is very less. And the point today is Pakistan is a real problem today is that there is a political instability, economic crisis, and terrorism also increasing manifold. And there is a biggest problem. And another biggest problem of Pakistan is that Pakistan army is enjoying a lot of concept privilege. They do not pay tax. Second thing is They are involved in the business. The foundation has a budget of almost $67 billion. They make from cement to Colgate, and also from real estate to bank. They are involved in that, and they also do not pay much tax to the government. So therefore, the point is, it is not one problem. There are multiple problems which are there in Pakistan, and their economy is totally on crutches. It doesn't seem that they will come out of it, though they are, you can say foreign reserve may have slightly improved, but they have improved because they have got $1.2 billion loan from the IMF. So I feel it time is not far off when the economy will totally collapse.